Alright folks, here we are again. Today we're going to be doing a review on a juice. Before I get into that, I want to touch on a couple things. First of all, today I'll be using the Smoke X Pro BT50. Now it's a little bit older. It's been around for a little while. However, I like it. I just got it myself, and I'm rather impressed with it. I like the Bluetooth app. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you get used to it, there's nothing like it. I mean, it's awesome with all the different options there are on that app. You can control everything with your phone. You don't have to sit there and try to push the little buttons. In fact, there are some things on the app that are not available through the box controls. Also, the tank that I'm going to be using is the sub tank. Right now, this is a non-modded. I haven't done anything to this tank. It is strictly just like it came out of the box. I have in here a 28 gauge dual strand twisted coil. It's a chimney coil. I use dual parallel, at least that's what I call it, dual parallel, two pieces of wick, one on each side, kind of pressed together and fluffed. And I know I told you guys I was going to show you that build, and every time I have to rebuild it, I'm not available to make the video, so I haven't gotten around to it. But I'll tell you who does have one, and it is the exact same thing I do. Paul Ting, Paul T-E-N-G on Facebook, has the exact same build that I use. He does the same thing, and he actually has a build where he shows how he does it. He does everything the same, short wicks, barely touching, if touching at all. Most of the time I keep it up off the deck and out of the troughs, just because I find that it works better that way. But going back, that's what I have in here. That's what I'll be using. And I'll tell you where I got this juice. It's one of the few juices that I bought that I'm going to do a review on. And that should actually tell you how good I believe it is. I've always said that taste is subjective. I mean, what I may love, someone else may absolutely hate. What other people say is the greatest thing around, I might not be able to take, and as I've said before, I have strange taste buds anyway. I get vape tongue from just about any fruit. I found one that I don't. This is Nubilus Ejuice. The guys were great. A couple young guys have just started out pretty much, and I was kind of, when I walked up to their booth, I was like, yeah, these are young guys. They probably threw some crap together. If you look at this label, this is not the greatest label. I mean, it's not bad, don't get me wrong. But as I've said before, I won't mention safety unless it's not on. If it has all the typical stuff, all the different markings, the warnings, the shrink wrap, then, if that's the case, then I probably won't mention it. Well, they don't have any. No warnings. They didn't have the shrink wrap. The label is kind of plain. My first impression was, oh great, this is going to be another crap juice. But I said I was going to try everybody, so I'm going to try it. I am so glad that I stopped with these guys. For the first time ever in my vaping history, everything tastes like what it's supposed to be. The one that I got is Alto Apple. Their description is, keep the doctor away by vaping this juice. Tart and sour Fuji apple at least once a day. When I tried this, I didn't think Fuji apple, but fairly similar. When I first vaped it, first thing I said was, oh my god, that's a Granny Smith apple right there. It's not a candied apple. It's not an imitation apple. It's not a kind of like I can tell it's supposed to be an apple. It was a Granny Smith apple to me. Then I read what it was supposed to be. They also have a Cirrus sorbet. They say, sit back and enjoy the sun while you vape on a cool, refreshing lemon lime sorbet blend. Uh, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you that thing. You know those the French cups, the what are they called? The lemon ice. Tasted like a lemon ice, exactly like a lemon ice. Grape stratus fruit. It was great. Grapefruit, excuse me. Tasted just like grapefruit, just like I was eating it for morning breakfast. Uh, Nubilus is lychee, known for its sweet, mysterious flavor. Enjoy a fresh inhale of sweet, unforgettable lychee flavor. It was lychee, but it had something else. It had a I don't. I never could put my finger on it, and they wouldn't say, so I'm not really sure what it was. It did have a little bit of a fruity flavor to it, maybe like I don't know, a peach maybe. Raspberry Nimbus. It was like a raspberry, the raspberry sherbet. That's what it tasted like. Strawberry Nimbus, same thing. Tropical Nimbus. It felt like I was sitting down with a tropical drink down in the Bahamas. The only difference in it was that it didn't have the alcohol taste to it. It just tasted like a fruity tropical mixed drink with a creaminess. When I asked them, I was like, okay, where does the creaminess come from? I recognize it, but it's just a hint. It's really good because it's just a hint. It's not overpowering. And they said it was cheesecake. But every one of them tastes exactly like what it was supposed to taste like. I was really impressed by these guys. I would strongly suggest you go check them out. See about getting some of these. If I don't know, I haven't tried. They told me if I contact them, told them who I was, I could buy 1 bottle, 5 bottles, 10 bottles, whatever it was that I wanted. I don't know if that's for everybody, but you can always contact them. Like I said, it's Nubilus Ejuice. I know they're on Facebook. They also have a website at Nimbus Vapor, one word, nimbusvapor.com. So go check them out, and man, I am loving this juice. Like I say, it's what I got in here now. Oh, it is a little bit. It's a thicker juice. It is made for drippers. You can tell just by the thickness of it. The viscosity on this is outrageous. However, in the sub tank and even in my K-Fun, I'm not having any problems with it. Every once in a while in the K-Fun, I have to give it a little prime, because right at the end of my draw, I might get a little bit of a not even a dry hit, more like it tastes like it's getting cooked a little bit. Like if you're eating a piece of crust off of a pie. I'm sure all of y'all felt that, where it's not quite burnt, but you can tell it was on its way. Well, I get that in the K-Fun just because the airflow. I'll get it right in a minute. Just because the airflow in that is so small, so tight, it's not really pulling the juice in. But in the sub tank, I'm having no issues at all. I mean, and that's on 48. So I mean, it's I haven't done that before. That was almost too much. I mean, like I said, that was like eating the apple. It felt like I was dribbling. So yeah, go check those guys out. I mean, that's a great juice. And if I remember correctly, they said they'd been in business for like 8 months. In 8 months, they have juices. I mean, they have 7? They have 7 juices that taste exactly like what they're supposed to be. You're going to think you're actually eating what the juice is. Out of 150 vendors up there were some good juices, but there was nobody that had their recipe down so perfect that I went, wow, that's a German chocolate cake, or oh my God, that tasted exactly like a peach pie. Nobody. These are the only guys that I found up there, or actually in my stores. The local bricks and mortars that I go to. They Nobody seems to make the exact thing that it's supposed to be. Their flavors are always candied, or they are like a good reproduction, but you can tell it's imitation. And these guys are amazing. So go check out Nubilus Ejuice on Facebook and also at nimbusvapor.com, and you won't be let down if you like those flavors. If it's like I say, I've never done fruit juices that I didn't get vape tongue, or they start to get that soapy potpourri taste. And I don't know if you can tell, but that bottle is, yeah, you can see that. That bottle is just about empty. Oh, and you can also tell how long I've had it, like 2 weeks. Starting to turn colors, because that was like crystal clear when I bought it. And it just keeps getting better. I mean, it really does. So, all right, well, there it is. So go get you some of that, guys, and we'll see you next time.